Get thee behind me, Gal Greenstein, okay? Point number one, Rachel Ziegler's team needs to be fired because who is protecting her? Going back to West Side Story, who is allowing her to not shine and to be continuously overshadowed in this way? Head Princess Zionist Gal Greenstein broke my heart because I loved Wonder Woman, the first one, and particularly the scene, I thought that was a near perfect film, particularly the scene where Diana is storming the Western Front. What that did to me on a molecular mitochondrial level as a little girl to watch this woman, listen, okay, enough champagne to fill the Nile, okay, enough champagne to fill denial, right? This is not a defense of Gal Greenstein. She's a Zionist. I only pray that her children are released from her spell and do not perpetuate her bigotry and evil. That is my prayer for her kids. Rachel Ziegler deserves better than this. Rachel Ziegler deserves better than the continued overshadowing of her excellent performances by her problematic co-stars. And I would invite you to not get me worked up about Disney. As an Orlando bitch born and raised for 30 years who loves that company, specifically Disney Parks, who is informed heavily by Disney, because lest you forget, in 2020, the Walt Disney Company gave $2 million to Is Not Real. Okay, like let's not forget that. And they are casting Gal Gadot in a major production, and Snow White was Walt Disney Animation's first major motion picture. It is the first animated the 1928 animated version of Snow White is the first full-length feature animated film. It is history. It is history. It is Americana. It is history. If you want to see a deep dive into the mechanics and mythology of that film and all of the iterations that came before and after it in long-form content, I will link the long-form content video that me and my bestie Chad did 2 years ago about Snow White, where we unpack all of this. But let's get down to brass tacks here. Snow White, the character, would be for Palestine. She was the original woodland creature whisperer bitch, okay? She was for the people, bitch. And the fact that the Walt Disney Company has not stood behind Rachel Ziegler in any substantial way is not surprising, but it's disgusting nonetheless. I hope Gal Greenstein chokes on an entire bag of dicks. I hope she chokes on the duck butter. I really do. That Zionist duck butter, I hope it gags her. 300 children that we know of have been unalived by the United States and Is Not Real since last Tuesday. That's 1 week. The Dawn Massacre created 300 that we know of child martyrs in a week's time. So let's all just go ahead and wish upon a fucking star or wish on a wishing well that we might have better integrity, that we might have more empathy, that we might stop othering people, that we might dismantle cognitive dissonance. Because what the fuck? Snow White and every fucking Disney princess would be for a free Palestine. Period. End of story. Happily ever after.